Governor DeSantis has joined in on he's redistributing the wealth in a way. It's kind of, I thought that the left loved that stuff, by the way. You tell me they don't? So he sent 2 planefuls of illegal entrants, people who are entering the country illegally. He sent them to Martha's Vineyard. How many of you are familiar with Martha's Vineyard? I've never been there.
I've never been, but I'm familiar.
I don't know if I ever want to go there because the Clintons are there. Nobody wants to accidentally get Vince fostered, I'm just saying. So, accidentally. So the 2 planefuls of people who entered the country illegally were sent to Martha's Vineyard. And the left lost their minds. This, by the way, is one of our top stories today. Welcome to the show, your lovable curmudgeon, Dana Loesch. Following this, if you signed up for the newsletter, I was sending some of this out. Actually, it came out earlier in your prep. 2 planes carrying, I think one plane, I don't know if I don't think the makeup of who was on what plane is relevant, but apparently there were 50 Venezuelan people who entered illegally, and they were sent to the very wealthy enclave that is Martha's Vineyard, and a church in Edgartown, which is one of the nicer, I looked up Edgartown, it's one of the nicer towns there in Martha's Vineyard. Edgartown, Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts, tourist destination, carefully preserved historic houses, just absolute beauty. I mean, the quintessential New England American streets, guys. With the vegetation and the beautiful old houses and all of that stuff. Just absolutely beautiful. Right there, a former whaling community. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful area. I bet the foliage is just beautiful this time of year. Don't you think so? Like just starting, I'm sure the reds and the golds and yellows and oranges are seeping through those leaves. I mean, just really a beautiful fall vignette. And so you had Governor Ron DeSantis that sent 2 planefuls of people who entered illegally, illegal immigrants, to Martha's Vineyard. Okay. And the left is mad. I saw a lot of this happening last night. They're infuriated. Well, why? Because, guys, when they sit here and they talk about love is love and kindness and, they mean for you, not for them. Come on. What do you think they're talking about? That they don't actually mean for them to do this. See, they're always so incredibly generous with everybody else's resources. They love open borders. They love open borders policies. When Texas border towns, the median income for Texas border towns is actually lower than the rest of the state. It's like, I think on average, $42,000 annually. They're totally fine with all of these border towns handling all of this. Not them. See, it's that special limousine progressive, that trust fund socialist. They're all about open borders. They just don't want to have to deal with it, nor do they want to expend any of their resources for dealing with it. See, they think that they should be able to call the shots for border states, but not actually have to deal with anything. No. If you insist on controlling our Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, everybody else, if you insist on controlling these state boundaries, then you need to pay your fair share. And so they are so mad. I have to share with you. Who is this? This was Chris Hayes. He said, quote, deeply, deeply sick and dehumanizing to fling human beings somewhere vindictively. Yes, it's so sick to send people who entered illegally to and by the way, what's the temperature there right now? Probably in the 70s. Beautiful, sunshiny areas like Martha's Vineyard. Instead of leaving them to sweat to death under an overpass in Del Rio, right? Oh, they're livid. So angry, so angry. They're absolutely infuriated. See, it's only flying illegal immigrants to the East Coast is only bad when Republicans do it. See, let me just bring you a flashback here. New York Post, Biden. See, the difference is that governors like Ducey and DeSantis and Abbott. It doesn't. I mean, they'll actually fly people, and people sign waivers. I don't know if you knew this or not. Bill Melugin was correcting one lawmaker on this. Bill Melugin said, no one's lured onto a bus or a plane. Everyone signs a waiver, and they pick which city they want to go to. Some are happy for the transport. In fact, it was the head of NGO in Eagle Pass, he said, that told CNN that, quote, migrants go willingly and they enjoy the free ride, end quote. Who wouldn't want to go to beautiful Martha's Vineyard, Kane? Who wouldn't want to go to that historic whaling community? Kane, you could have some sips and snacks and sit outside on one of the historic brick and cobblestone streets in front of a beautiful historic restaurant and enjoy the fall foliage.
So they sign a waiver and get sent to the city of their choice, and it's somehow inhumane?
And apparently the way that they're acting, this is what progressives are doing right now. They're doing this. No, don't come to Martha's Vineyard. It's a hellscape here. No, horrible here. Don't come here. You mean people, flinging them. They act like DeSantis loaded a bunch of illegal immigrants into a trebuchet and flung them the hell up to Massachusetts. That's what they're acting like. Against their will. They're just, in fact, DeSantis went over the border and kidnapped them to do it. They're an inch away from making that claim. An inch away. No, Biden did that all the time. He flew, but his were under the cover of night as it was. He flew flight after flight after flight after flight of illegal immigrants to the Northeast. Plane load after plane load after plane load. Nobody said anything then. Because, it was different. Nobody said anything then. They'd nothing. In fact, but wait, there's more. They're upset over two flights from Ron DeSantis. Kane, can you guess how many flights that Biden sent to Florida?
5?
70.
Oh, man, I was off.
Ron DeSantis sends 2 flights from Florida to Massachusetts. Washington Examiner, November 6, 2021. More than 70 flights Biden sent to Florida.
Where was the outrage?
Where was Chris Hayes, the guy who looks like that one kid from Full House? Where was Chris Hayes? It's so deeply, deeply sick and disturbing, he had said. Where's Chris Hayes at? I didn't hear anything from him, did you? No, I didn't. And then you have, Rolling Stone. The hurling migrants at liberal cities is narrowly funny in a meta way. Blah, shut up. They sit here and they go, it's premised on this assumption that everyone is as xenophobic as the people who are sending the migrants elsewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you look at the demo of South Texas, it's so xenophobic down there. All you people in McAllen, with your non-white skin, you're so xenophobic. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. They're mad. You know why? Because what it shows something incredibly important here. It shows that these people actually are uncomfortable with allowing their neighborhoods to be transformed by the very policies for which they advocate.